about opening the 2,500-year-old coffin? The shocking scene inside stunned scientists. The ancient world has long been a treasure trove of mysteries, and we have only just scratched the surface of it. What we know is but a small part compared to the countless things still unexplored, and there are mysteries that even scientists and archaeologists are powerless to solve. Did the strange prehistoric monsters that humans once imagined truly exist? Why are these unique, mysterious treasures buried deep within the earth, waiting to be discovered? And what about the strange skeletal remains with unusual shapes or the ancient monumental structures that still hide unsolved stories? These questions continue to haunt researchers and drive relentless exploration. Will the deep secrets of the ancient world be revealed, or will they remain unsolvable riddles? In this video, let us journey back in time to explore new discoveries by archaeologists from around the world. 2,500-year-old skeletons of women likely sold into slavery. In the Negev desert, archaeologists uncovered a burial site containing at least 52,500-year-old skeletons, which are likely the remains of women who were sold into slavery. The burial site consists of two large tombs located at an ancient crossroads where merchants from various cultures once passed to trade goods and resources. Unlike the typical round burial sites found in the Negev, the newly discovered tombs are square in shape, one measuring 7 by 7 meters and the other 4.5 by 4.5 meters. Their location is also quite significant. Tali Erickson Guinea, an archaeologist with the Israel Antiquities Authority, said, "This type of tomb has never been discovered in the area, and it is not linked to any known settlement." The tombs are located at the intersection of two important ancient roads that ran from west to east, from Egypt to Wadi Araba in Jordan and the Arabian Peninsula. Researchers suggest that the ancient people may have been buried here because crossroads were considered sacred places in ancient times. Some of the artifacts found in the tombs indicate that the skeletons likely belonged to adult women, though further analysis is needed to confirm this. For example, the two tombs contained iron and bronze jewelry, pottery, and cypress shells from the Red Sea, items used to ward off evil spirits and bring good luck. Archaeologists believe the skeletons may belong to women who were trafficked, though additional evidence is needed to confirm this. These women may have been bought from Gaza or Egypt and were likely intended for sale as brides or prostitutes in Arabia, possibly to serve in rituals. Ancient records, including Manaean inscriptions in Yemen, have documented the practice of selling women in this region. The positions of some of the skeletons suggest they might have been moved from their original spots to make room for others, implying that the tombs were used over a long period of time. Experts are currently preserving and restoring the site to continue their research, which will provide more information about the ancient trade networks. 25,000-year-old treasure. In the Santa Helena cave area, located in the Mato Grosso state of central Brazil, archaeologists recently uncovered several pendants made from a strange material, providing enough data to potentially rewrite many of the historical and archaeological records of humanity. Previously, it was believed that the communities on this young continent first appeared only a few thousand to over 10,000 years ago, with people migrating from other continents before the landmasses fully separated. However, the treasures recently uncovered have revealed the true age of the ancient human remains at Santa Helena. These included fragments of bones from 3 ancient sloths, an extinct species that disappeared over 10,000 years ago, which were crafted into pendants. The careful crafting of these artifacts proves that they could only have been made by human hands. Particularly, the sediment layer in which the pendants were found also helped the research team determine that the artifacts are at least 25,000 years old, pushing back the timeline of human presence in South America much further than previously thought. The researchers from the Federal University of São Carlos, Brazil, also discovered layers of giant sloth bones stacked within the cave sediments where the pendants were found. This suggests that indigenous South American communities may have existed even longer than originally believed, primarily hunting these large, docile creatures for food and tools. This discovery has resolved the previous debate about evidence suggesting human presence 22,000 years ago at the Toca da Tirapeia site in eastern Brazil. Therefore, the treasures from Santa Helena have truly altered the timeline of human history. forcing anthropologists to rewrite the ancient history of South America and redraw the global migration map. Although how humans migrated from Africa to the Americas remains unclear, this finding is a major step in understanding that journey. The massive treasure in Kentucky fields. While digging in a field, a farmer in Kentucky, USA, discovered hundreds of gold and silver coins. These rare coins are believed to date back to the time of the American Civil War. The treasure is estimated to be worth millions of dollars. The exact location of the find, as well as the identity of the person who discovered the treasure, has not been disclosed. However, in a video posted online, the lucky farmer shared, "This is the most unbelievable thing that has ever happened to me." The collection includes $1, $10, and $20 gold coins. After the coins were brought to the surface, they were evaluated to be in remarkable condition, still shiny despite being buried for a long time without anyone knowing. Upon evaluation, it was found that among the 700 coins, some were minted between 1850 and 1862, along with several rare coins. Additionally, the collection includes 20 Liberty coins worth $10, minted between 1840 and 1862, and 8 Liberty coins worth $20, minted between 1857 and 1862, with an estimated value reaching millions of dollars. Liberty coins were minted in the United States from the late 19th to early 20th century to support the economy during that time. Ryan McNutt, an archaeology expert from the University of South Georgia, believes the coins might have been buried before the Confederate raids from June to July 1863, led by General John Hunt Morgan. At this time, Kentucky was a neutral state, the boundary between the northern and southern United States. It witnessed many fierce battles, and it is believed that wealthy Kentuckians at the time buried large amounts of coins to prevent them from being stolen by the Confederate forces. The American Civil War took place from 1861 to 1865 between the Union government in the North and the Confederate forces in the South. Ultimately, the Union won, and the war ended after the battle on April 9, 1865. The 2,000-year-old city humanity never knew. An ancient, mysterious city, seemingly lost from the historical records of ancient Spain, has recently come to light. There was no previous mention or doubt about its existence. The city, discovered near the town of Deza in the Soria province of Spain, is believed to belong to the Celtiberians, a people who were thought to have only lived as nomads in the central northeastern region of the Iberian Peninsula. The excavation, led by the Polytechnic University of Madrid, has revealed the ruins of a city that dates back more than 2,000 years, along with the remains of a large Roman fort. According to Vicente Alejandre, the mayor of Deza, there have been no prior studies or efforts to uncover the historical importance of this area. The region had largely been untouched due to its proximity to a stone quarry, which has been the primary source of stone for the modern city. Comparing the findings with historical records, experts suspect that this could be the legendary city of Titiacos, which ancient texts never clearly located. Titiacos was a stronghold of the Celtiberians during the Sertorian War, an important period in ancient Spanish history. The Sertorian War was a civil conflict between the rebellious forces of the Roman general Sertorius and the Roman government from 80 to 72 BCE. The entire region became part of the Hispania Citerior province of the Roman Empire after being conquered between 195 and 72 BCE. This could explain the nearby Roman fort, possibly a military base to protect the city. The findings provide crucial insights into the history of the area and might confirm that the legendary capital of the Celtiberians, Titiacos, was real. Spanish archaeologists are continuing their excavations and conducting further research to verify the Titiacos hypothesis and study the remaining artifacts. Ancient human remains with heart-shaped skulls. A research team from the Institute of Anthropology and National History of Mexico recently discovered 2 skulls, which may have been intentionally deformed into a heart shape, at the Casa Colorada complex in the La Ferreria archaeological site in northwestern Mexico. These skulls belong to 2 of the 16 individuals buried at this site, including the remains of 8 adults aged 30 to 40 and several children aged 1 to 7. Most of the skeletons were broken, with only 3 adult remains well preserved. The experts noted that the two skulls were intentionally deformed to resemble heart shapes when viewed from certain angles, a phenomenon previously undocumented at the La Ferreria site. Intentional skull deformation was a practice recorded in some ancient cultures, including those in Mesoamerica, which includes much of Mexico and Central America. The deformation prevents normal skull development, resulting in distinctive shapes. The skull's development is altered by applying force, which can be done using various techniques such as binding the head between wooden pieces. Such methods are usually applied during infancy when the skull is soft and flexible. La Ferreria was inhabited by pre-Hispanic people before Spanish explorers arrived in Central and South America around 600 to 1350 CE. The site contains several notable archaeological remains, including a circular ceremonial space, pyramid-like structures, and ball courts. The Casa Colorada complex, which dates from 600 to 950 CE, is located in the upper part of La Ferreria and covers 600 square meters. It consists of 9 rectangular structures arranged around a central square. Previous excavations have also revealed several tombs, leading researchers to conclude that this area was used as a burial space. Cretaceous period, monster fossils. A volcanic catastrophe during the Cretaceous period, around 145 to 66 million years ago, frozen the deadly struggle between two prehistoric creatures, resulting in one of the most horrifying fossils in paleontological history. An international team of scientists, led by paleontologist Gang Han from the University of Haiyang Science and Technology in China, studied the two skeletons to identify the creatures and understand what happened in their final moments. The results were even more shocking than anticipated. Initially, it was apparent that one of the creatures was a dinosaur and the other a smaller animal. The dinosaur was identified as Psittacosaurus lugiatunensis, curled up with its ribs trapped in the sharp-toothed mouth of its predator. The dinosaur's beak was also firmly held by the predator's front legs, while its hind legs were trapped by the enemy's thighs. The eerie preservation of the two skeletons allowed scientists to quickly identify the predator as Repenomamus robustus, an early mammal. Jordan Mallon, a paleontologist from the Canadian Museum of Nature, stated, "I knew they ate smaller psittacosaur dinosaurs, but this is the first time we've seen evidence of one of these creatures attacking a much larger prey." When the discovery was made, the first thought was that the small predator had eaten the dinosaur's carcass. However, closer analysis of the dinosaur skeleton confirmed that it was alive when it was attacked, simply losing the battle for survival. This discovery is considered extremely important, not only because mammal fossils from the Cretaceous period are rare, but also because it has revealed the predatory behavior and hunting abilities of what seemed like one of the gentlest creatures of the Mesozoic era. Moreover, early mammals laid the foundation for modern mammals, which survived the mass extinction 66 million years ago and became the dominant species, replacing the dinosaurs. Therefore, according to researchers, studying these ancient mammals is key to understanding modern humans. Venus treasure, 1008, 100 years old. A recently excavated treasure in the city of Rennes, France, includes small statues depicting the goddess Venus, a potter's kiln, ancient coins, clothing fasteners, and more. The excavation site is an ancient shale quarry that was abandoned by the Romans in the 1st century AD and later became a massive garbage dump over the centuries. These items, likely discarded by the ancient people, have survived for 1,800 years and are now priceless artifacts, especially because they are so well preserved. Historical records indicate that the city in northwestern France was founded in the 1st century AD as Roman town Condate Redonum. The town's houses, walls, and public buildings were constructed with many stones, and part of the structure has been preserved to this day. The ancient quarry-turned-dump was first investigated in early March when archaeologists from the French National Institute for Archaeological Research and Conservation announced that a nearby quarry might have been the source of stone used in the town's construction. This discovery will significantly enhance our understanding of Roman-era building and mining techniques, skills for which the Romans were famous throughout the Mediterranean. Ghost ship, containing 1,200-year-old queen's remains. Archaeologists from the Norwegian Institute for Cultural Heritage Research have discovered a 19-meter-long ghost ship buried beneath a field in Gjellestad, southeast of Oslo. The ship is believed to have been buried between 750 and 850 AD. Ground-penetrating radar revealed the ship's image beneath the field, which farmers have been plowing over for decades. The ghost ship lies within a vast ancient cemetery containing at least 20 graves. The ship itself is a grave, as using ships as coffins was a special Viking tradition for honoring nobles, warriors, and other esteemed individuals in society. At 19 meters in length, this burial ship is especially large. Although it is unclear whether it was a sailing ship or a rowing boat, initial surveys suggest it has been well preserved. The burial site is located next to another famous Viking burial site, the Gel Mound, which dates back to around 400 to 500 AD. Based on the size, shape, and other undeclared features of the ghost ship, archaeologists believe that the person buried within it was likely a queen, a king, or a great warrior. Archaeologists suggest that Viking ship burials, surrounded by many other graves, symbolize the ultimate expression of wealth, status, and connections in Scandinavian society during the Iron Age. The ghost ship will be excavated and reconstructed, offering a glimpse into the shipbuilding techniques that became legendary among the Vikings. 200,000-year-old tar kiln. Experts from the University of Tübingen, the University of Strasbourg, and the State Prehistory Museum in Halle, Germany, have analyzed complex chemical traces on Neanderthal artifacts to unravel one of the most debated mysteries of the past. A shocking series of archaeological findings reveal that extinct human ancestors, the Neanderthals, mastered the technique of producing birch tar. This substance, which humanity once believed was only produced by modern Homo sapiens in the past few thousand years, is now shown to have been used by Neanderthals. When birch tar artifacts first appeared, it caused much debate, especially since it seemed to have been deliberately used as an adhesive, waterproofing agent, and antiseptic. The prevailing theory was that Neanderthals stumbled upon birch tar by accident, scraping it off while burning birch bark. However, new analyses confirm the presence of tar-producing kilns underground. The chemical composition of the ancient birch tar suggests that it formed through a low-oxygen process that could only have been achieved by deliberately wrapping birch bark and setting it alight. Such a complex setup would have required a specific formula and plan, similar to how we produce synthetic materials today. The artifacts also show that these non-modern humans not only invented this technique, but also improved it, independently of Homo sapiens. With the first synthetic materials created on Earth, early evidence of advanced weaving techniques, exceptional craftsmanship, and organized feast practices, the Neanderthals are increasingly proving their remarkable level of development, perhaps even surpassing that of early Homo sapiens. Neanderthals, a close relative to Homo sapiens in the genus Homo, went extinct about 30,000 years ago and frequently interbred with our ancestors, leaving traces of their DNA in many modern populations, especially in Northern Europe. Ice Age mammoth fossils. Around 200,000 years ago, a magnificent and mysterious scene unfolded near the town of Swindon, where massive mammoth bones were uncovered, including those of 2 adult mammoths, 2 juveniles, and 1 infant. These mammoth remains, each weighing up to 10 tons, provide evidence of a time when humans and these colossal creatures coexisted in harsh conditions. This discovery is not only a remarkable find in natural history, but also reveals a fascinating connection between Neanderthals and the Ice Age wildlife. The fossils were discovered at a gold mine site, which not only contains mammoth remains, but also evidence of other giant creatures, such as moose with antlers measuring over 10 meters in length. These animals lived and evolved alongside dung beetles, tiny creatures that fed on the dung of larger animals and used it as shelter. Additionally, preserved pollen samples, seeds, and plant fossils, some from extinct species, were found, offering crucial clues about the Ice Age ecosystem and shedding light on how our human ancestors may have survived. Neanderthals, the extinct humans who once inhabited this area, had to adapt to a harsh environment where plunging temperatures forced them to migrate south. Archaeologists have uncovered stone tools used by the Neanderthals and even found signs of butchering on some of the bones, suggesting that Neanderthals may have hunted these giant mammoths. However, what particularly astonishes scientists is the rarity of mammoth skeletons found in such well-preserved conditions. This offers not only a clearer picture of Ice Age creatures, but also raises unresolved questions. Were these mammoths swept away by a massive ice flood? Or were they victims of brutal hunts by the Neanderthals themselves? We've explored part of the ancient mysteries that humanity has yet to fully understand. New discoveries from ongoing expeditions continue to pose fresh questions, sparking our curiosity and deep thought. Could ancient secrets be hidden somewhere, waiting to be fully uncovered? Do these mysterious tales really connect to lost civilizations? The answers remain ahead, and only time will tell. What discovery has impressed you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss other fascinating explorations. For now, goodbye, and see you next time.